Hey everybody, welcome back to Homesteading Off the Grid. I want to ask a special request to each and everybody watching this video. We have a subscriber named Amy. She goes by the user ID Ideas Boutique. Amy's just suffered a tragedy in her life. Amy's 15-year-old dachshund named Sweepy has had to be put down. Amy's been with us for quite some time. She comments regularly. We really enjoy her being on our channel. And so when she messaged me yesterday about what she was going through, it really, it broke my heart a little bit. What little bit of a heart I might have left broke. She went through quite the ordeal yesterday. The long and short of it is that Sweepy, again, who was a dachshund, turned 15 in May. One of Amy's other dogs, Spike, hurt Sweepy here just a short time ago, some time ago. I don't know the details, and guys, let's withhold any judgment. Things happen. So Amy took Sweepy to the vet. She was given a shot of cortisone and some steroids, and she seemed to be okay for a while. But then after a couple of days of some strange behavior, Amy thought it would be best to take her back to the vet, and so she did. She dropped her off for a couple of days of observation, went home, and then a few hours later got the phone call none of us ever want to get, and that was that Sweepy's pancreas and spleen were riddled with tumors. And the vet asked Amy to think about over the next 24 hours or so what she wanted to do, how to handle it. As much as Amy loves Sweepy, she did what is so painful to do, but yet what is so right to do, and that was she didn't make Sweepy suffer another day. Amy made her decision pretty much immediately. She went to the veterinarian, and she asked them to please put Sweepy out of her pain now, and they did. And guys, I'm sorry for this story. This is a sad story, and I hope I'm not pulling at too many heartstrings here. But Amy shared a message with me about this that pulled at my heartstring, and I wanted to come here and share it with you. Amy said it was a heartbreaking decision, but the only gift I could give her was to take the pain away as soon as possible. Amy said that Sweepy died with her mama speaking lovingly and softly, holding her, kissing her nose and face, and promising she'd see me again someday, not too soon though. Amy shared with us that her dogs Duke and Spike and her iguana Luna are taking it very hard as well. Amy, as she was talking about this yesterday, some of our other subscribers here on the channel saw the comments, and a lot of you have gone back and forth with Amy. Amy wanted me to thank all of our subscribers who have shown her encouragement. And Amy, I know you're watching this. I want you to comment on this video, and I'm going to pin your comment to the top. So folks, what I want you to do is, if you don't mind, I want you to come and give Amy some words of encouragement. If you're seeing this video before Amy, and down there's my pet, Cleopatra. I was thinking of Cleopatra when I was reading about what was going on with Amy's puppy. But if Amy hasn't commented yet, come back and check this video again later and look for that pinned comment and give Amy some words of encouragement. It just so happens to be a Sunday right now. Now, that's as of this recording. You might be watching this on a Wednesday. If you're watching it here on Sunday and you're getting ready to go off to a religious service and you pray, please keep Amy in your prayers. If you meditate, whatever your ritual is, for me, it is prayer, it's long walks, it's runs, it's exercise, it's while I'm chopping wood. I'll be thinking of Amy and praying for Amy. I read these comments from Amy yesterday about what she was going on with her dog while I was chopping firewood. I'd gone in, taken a break. I came back out, and I sat on my lawnmower tractor there where I was chopping firewood. I had a cup of coffee. I'd actually taken a short nap in front of the wood stove, and I was looking up into my fields up here, and there were 5 does up there, and I was thinking about animals and what they mean to us and how they affect our lives, how we affect theirs. And guys, I've been around the world. I've been to many places, and there are stories I will never tell because there is more harm done in telling some of the stories I could share with you than any good that could come from it. And a lot of it has to do with the treatment of animals that I witnessed around the world. I'll leave it at that. And these thoughts came to my mind while I was thinking about Amy. The relationship she had with her dog and the relationship she has with her other pets. And this is very common in the West, in America, and other parts of the world I've been outside of the West. There are people out there who love animals, who are kind to animals, who are respectful and humane to animals. And I've been in places where there have been some people who have considered it a weakness to do such. Without being specific, they would laugh at me often when I would call them out for some of their treatment of animals, and they would laugh and they'd say, "Oh yes, where you're from, animals have rights. Well, here they're just animals," and then they'd laugh, and so there are some things I've seen I try to get out of my head, but some of them I just can't. So I'm sitting here watching these does in my field, thinking of Amy and what she's going through with her puppy Sweepy, and I hear something back here crash in the woods. It sounded like a limb falling, and the does run halfway down the field to where my apple trees are. And I mean, they're within 50 yards of me. I'm right below them, and they see me so much. You've seen in some of these morning rambles, some of these deer walk up almost to me and sit in my lap, or almost sit in my lap while I'm doing this. They've gotten very comfortable with me. I don't hunt on my land, and I don't allow other people to hunt on my land either. And my immediate neighbors on both sides of me do not hunt, nor do they allow people to hunt on their land either. So this has kind of become like an involuntary animal refuge here. So I hear this sound in the woods. I look over, and out of the wood line steps the largest buck, male deer, of course, white-tailed deer, I've ever seen in the state of Virginia. It was an 8-point. Its antlers were coming out about 1.5 feet past its nose. I mean, the thing was huge. Its antlers were probably that thick at the base. And I was sitting on there on that mower as this buck made its way across my meadow. It knew I was there. It would look at me as if to challenge me, like, what are you going to do about it? I watched him rub his antlers on some small saplings up here where he's marking his territory. I went over. I saw him trying to get busy with some of the does, and they ran around in circles, and they pranced around there. I watched this for maybe 20 minutes, and then they went on through the wood line over to the next field, the next property, where, again, the guy doesn't hunt either. And I thought to myself, wow, I grew up in the mountains of West by God, Virginia, hunting. I'd never seen anything like that. Now, I've seen big bucks. I'd seen them rubbing on trees during the rut, but I'd never seen the actual entire mating ritual. It was like watching the National Geographic Channel. And then the immediate thought I had was, could it be that maybe you were given that show because you were not sitting here to harm that animal? You are sitting here admiring that animal, thinking about your love and other people's love for animals, thinking about people like Amy who are kind to animals, who don't view it as a weakness or view it as if someone is soft because they believe animals have rights. Now, guys, I'm not a vegetarian. I probably never will be. I haven't hunted in many years. I have no intentions of hunting anytime soon, but I'm not sitting here saying I'll never hunt again. I've learned not to boast about my tomorrows because I've learned I certainly have no idea what a day might bring. But what I will tell you is that some of the places I've been, some of the experiences I have, and a lot of times folks would point out how, people over here where I'm from are maybe a little bit soft for certain beliefs in certain ways, and I'd shake my head and I'd say, well, yeah, I guess I kind of have to agree with you to some degree. But I mean, just an example, because I'm not trying to be insulting. I do not want to be insulting. Here's an example. Okay, I mentioned one time in a video a long time ago, we had some friends that had come out here to our homestead for the first time, and they were talking about how far out we were, and we were like, yeah, we're quite a ways out. And the woman there was a married couple, she said, oh my gosh, what would you do if you ran out of milk? And this was a serious concern for her. I laughed so hard, dearly laughed so hard, and we'd just been back in the U.S. maybe a little more than a year, and this woman couldn't figure out why we were laughing. And then I explained to her how I went for almost 3 years without drinking milk at all because we lived in the jungle in Mindanao, the southernmost major island in the Philippines, and the closest you could get to milk was powdered milk, and you had to travel quite some distance to get that. And we started sharing about, what life is like in third world countries, So I'm not going to beat that horse to death. But so I guess, yeah, being concerned about what do you do if you run out of milk and you're 30 minutes away from the store, I view that as a little soft. So that's my example, not trying to be insulting. But now when it comes to being humane, being caring, being loving, being sincere to animals, never in my book will I view that as soft. I will view that as one of the greatest strengths anyone can possess. Amy, she mentioned her multiple pets. She mentioned that Sweepy had gone on to heaven to be with some of her other pets from the past. In my mind, Amy is a strong individual. Amy can love animals. Amy can care for animals. Amy can treat animals sincerely and humanely. When Amy's animals get sick, Amy can take them to the vet so they can receive health care. This is not in any way a weakness. This is not a softness. This is a great strength, and this is one of the things I'm proud of, my countrymen. Yes, we do view it as if animals have rights. We do view it as if it is wrong to treat dogs and cats and other animals inhumanely and painfully and disrespectfully because they're not people. That is very wrong in our beliefs, and that is not a sign of weakness or a sign of softness. That, my friends, is a sign of great strength. There are a lot of you out there watching this who have animals who are important to you in your life. That makes you important to me. You, in my mind, are a great warrior. You possess a strength a lot of folks just don't possess. And that's kind of off on a tangent, but these were my thoughts as I was thinking about what Amy was going through. So, Amy, I extend my condolences. You are in our thoughts and prayers here, and I'm sure after this video, you're going to be in the thoughts and prayers of thousands of people. So, again, Amy, please comment on this video. Let us know you're there. I'm going to pin your comment to the top, and everybody, please come back if Amy's comment's not there yet. Come back to this video and give her some words of encouragement. If her comment's there and you see her, let Amy know you're thinking about her and you're thinking about Sweet Pea. And for all of you who do have some furry little friends or feathered loved ones in your life, after you see this, go out there and give them an extra hug. Give them an extra kiss. Let them know what they mean to you. So here's a beautiful shot at our homestead. Frosty shot at sunrise. I want to thank each and every single one of you for being here. Make sure to check back with us for more later, and we'll see you next time here from Homesteading Off the Grid.